Join us for a review of the new Skoda Octavia VRS. Let's go! Here in the front, the new vRS generation. vRS you say in the UK, or in Germany you just say RS. You can see here sportier lower bumper, especially for this version. Black frame around the grille, black fins on the inside, vRS logo. But in general also the normal Octavia is a little bit wider, a little bit longer, but hasn't changed so much. But definitely a nice integration once again of these headlamps. 4.70 m, 15'4" or 185 inches is the length of the new Octavia generation. Hasn't changed that much. And here in the vRS or RS trim, you can see here, it usually comes with 18-inch wheels in Germany as standard. These here with winter tires look a little bit more balloonish, would be more spectacular with summer tires. And in the UK, even 19-inch is standard, which would here then be an option. The fastback design for the so-called hatch. But there's still also the estate available, the Combi as the RS, so depending on which form you like. Here you can see with a nice rear wing lip, and the petrol with a mechanical differential lock in the front, whereas the IV, the plug-in hybrid RS, and the diesel come with an electronic differential lock on the front. Usually I like a more subtle design, but here I think it's very well integrated, and together also with the black Skoda lettering right there, it fits very well. Black Octavia lettering here too. New modern signature here in the rear is also beautifully done, and a contrasting black lower area here. So this rear, especially the rear three-quarter perspective, I think one of the most beautiful things about this vehicle. Thank you Skoda for giving us the gas struts to hold the engine bay open, unlike in the all-new Golf 8. Today here, the pure petrol engine, 2-liter 4-cylinder, 245 horsepower, 6.7 seconds is the acceleration figure. But it's also available as a plug-in hybrid, then the 1.4-liter turbo petrol engine, also 245 horsepower, but 7.3 seconds, so definitely way slower. Just in acceleration close is the TDI, 2-liter TDI, 200 horsepower, 6.8 seconds. And that one is optionally also available with all-wheel drive. Then inside of the doors, soft touch here, and also with nice structure that looks really cool. Then we also have microfiber on the inside of the doors right here. Canton sound system, which offers a decent sound. Not the best one we've heard, although but quite nice. vRS entry badge, also aluminum pedals, and then here the steering wheel, perforated sides, flat bottom, and again a vRS logo. And then our friends from UK might say, yeah, we are right calling it vRS and not the Germans that just say RS. RS is shorter though, but no idea why the markets call it in a different way. Strange, right? Also in here the vRS logo at the seats. The seat form is always the same here, we know, with the accentuated shoulders and so on, but the base seat would come in a so-called thermoflux material, a pure fabric on the inside, which is supposed to be the most breathable material. Looking forward to test that one at a later stage. This one here, optional microfiber package, which looks fancy, but it wouldn't look too different though, also with red contrast stitches and so on. But here then, when you go for the microfiber package, you also have some animal skin parts automatically with it. And that's of course not necessary, and it's also just an extra price. So just stick with the base seat. Getting inside, don't forget the famous shoe tab to leave the interior at least a little cleaner. So it's a very good seating position. Here the sport seat, they also give you enough room, yet at the same time they also give you support. good seating position also for tall people. Steering wheel with the manual control, in and out, up and down, smooth, and also very good to adjust. Interior overview is a very nice and central layout here with this carbon fiber alike structure here and nice microfiber inserts. Soft touch dashboard with a good structure as well, so really high class, and the look is really clean. Again, here the compact sporty steering wheel, digital instrument standard 10.25 inch, right side with the normal Octavia style with 8.25 inch screen, but here optional or standard for the RS is this 10-inch screen, the center one on the right. This is a volume slider, not as good as for the look and feel, and the temperature is controlled here, unlike in the Golf where you have these temperature sliders, but still to control it while driving, not that good. You can also use the voice control, for example. Set temperature to 22 degrees.
Sure.
So that works, so that would be one alternative to do that. Digital instruments look like this, and you can also see the RPMs going up here like this. You also have a torque meter if you want to have that, but you can also change what you want to see, for example here in the right gauges, or then also here in the left gauges. And the small head-up display is clear to read, it's directly projected into the windscreen most of the time for the speed or for the allowed speed, and also some GPS info if you have a route set. In more details to the screens, here the driving mode selection, here we have the optional DCC for today, dynamic chassis control, the adaptive suspension, and when you hit the climate hotkey you get here either smart AC or the classic AC where you can set everything individually. But you see the loading times of this display, it takes quite a time. The display service is also not my most favorite. The visualization is not that up to date, and it could definitely be also more responsive overall. This is the main menu like this. See it right here. Temperatures, volume slider in the lower part. Temperature once again right here. There you can see Apple CarPlay integration is actually quite nice. Let's listen to the sound here. Canton sound system is okay, it's decent, but not that rich, the sound, I would say. Rear compartment, you have hardpack material here. However, this is in a nice structure, and then you also have these shades here, manual shades in there. And the good thing about the Octavia in general, that you always have a lot of legroom in the rear. So even if you're driving with tall adults, no problem, still legroom left. However, these sport seats are a little bit more voluminous. So in comparison to the normal Octavia, you have a little bit less legroom right here. Well, if there is a trunk that goes in full screen and full length, it's this one here. 600 liters up to 1,555 liters without the replacement tire. Really square area. This one here is this rubber mat. I can make things a little bit dirtier, no problem, but you can also take it out completely. And then this is then the normal trunk area. And one more time, take a look at this hatch opening. That's what I mean by that it's not that much less practical when you compare it to the Estate, to the Combi. Welcome to Thomas's Active Driving Lounge, Skoda Octavia VRS, or just RS as we call it in Germany. We go to the driving modes, sports mode, that turns also the sound actuator on, so we hear more on the interior, more than the car would actually really do. But it will sound quite nice, I can promise to you. And we start at about 40 kilometers an hour, and we'll just accelerate it all out here on the German motorway. Autogefuehl Autobahn experience. Let's go. That's 200 kilometers an hour or 125 miles an hour. So pretty quick. Nice sound also, good acceleration, 245 horsepower. And I think we can easily live with that. Lane change at higher speeds, really stable here in the sports mode. The DCC is also tuned a little bit sportier, giving us more resistance. Really precise steering feeling, that's one of my favorite things about this vehicle. And this car has a very good and neutral balanced handling, so it feels very calm, collected. I'll be gentle and put the turning indicator first that everyone knows. But it's a arrow traffic light, so everyone knows I'm right, left here. Oh, nice. Really nice. Very collected, very smooth, no understeering at all. Of course, I could have floored it all out with throttle, but that doesn't make any sense. Really cool. So it's a lot of fun to drive this vehicle. Once again, we're already at speed. Let's see. Let's go. Look at that. Really nice here in the corner. Hooking up to the road. Good control, nice balanced feeling. The sport seats also keep me tight as I have a good seating form, good comfort as well. And now we're going up Autogefuehl's performance peak. Take a look at the steering input here. A little bit wet road. Careful cyclist. Shifting back, good control of the vehicle once again. Just look ahead in the corners. Once again, it's very neutral handling, very balanced. Don't have to shift down yourself. The sports mode keeps it in the lower gear. And this also works driving uphill. Anytime when you think you want to accelerate a little bit more, even from a lower gear, then you just use the shifting pedal. For example, like here now. Just shift down myself, and you can also keep it in the lower gear if you know like the next corner is ahead here or something like this. Don't have to shift up then. And although the road is wet, not too much wheel spin from the front wheels. Third gear now. This is so much fun. This is what this car is about. Just finish your groceries and then you go to your favorite roads and then have a little bit of more, a little bit of fun. Second gear now, hairpin corner ahead, left. Let's see, a little bit sliding out. Careful. So once more. Yeah, very well done. One more nice tight right corner here. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Yeah, here in this situation now, a little bit power was lacking here because we only have the 2-liter engine. But overall, I think for most use cases, such a fun everyday driving car. And now to our conclusion for today with the all-new generation of the Skoda Octavia RS, or vRS for our friends in the UK. Well, as you see, the exterior rather an evolution, but definitely a nice sporty design, especially for the RS version. And here in the sedan or hatch or fastback, however you want to call it, a nice, beautiful design, sportier of course, especially for this model, and also with the wing lip in the back. But you can still use it very well because you have a great opening of this fastback hatch. And you can almost use it as practical as with the estate vehicle. But there's still the Combi, of course, available also with this very engine. And I think it's still the engine to go for, the pure petrol engine in this case. The PHEV or the plug-in hybrid RS is not as powerful. The TDI is almost as fast, so it doesn't make too much difference in the acceleration. But still, the pure petrol engine is probably still the one to go for. The interior quality is actually also quite good. The sport seats are very nice, especially even better with the pure fabric setup without the animal skin surface. So this new thermoflux material will be very interesting, although the microfiber of course looks fancy here, but still keep it a little bit cheaper and go for the base seat that comes with the RS. The user interface is more complicated than before. It looks fancier, but it's definitely harder to control it, especially while driving, and the GPS is slower than before. This is the downside of this new generation. Everything else really good. As for the chassis, a lot of sporty driving fun. This is one of the best examples for a car that you can use every day for almost everything and then still have a nice sporty vehicle with a lot of fun. So these are our impressions for today. Please also join us next time and leave us your comments what you think about the all-new Skoda Octavia RS. See you in the comment section.